I have a message to the people of Lebanon. Israel never wanted war with you. We want peace with you. Let's make it happen.
خلاص لبنان هو بنعبر اتفاقيات سلام شاملة وكاملة بين الشعب اللبناني للشعب الإسرائيلي.
Israel repeatedly claims that it never intended to be Lebanon's enemy and is actually hoping to reach peace with us.
Israel has extended its hand in peace from the moment it was established 63 years ago.
However, are these statements in theory as good as in practice? Well, no, not really. As with everything, Israel has continuously used Lebanon as a playground for its political games, whether it was to interfere in the civil war and attack Palestinians.
The Israeli action had begun with the bombing of PLO bases and installations,
To attack Hezbollah,
Heavy shelling and gunfire along the Lebanon-Israel border. It was the worst clash since the July 2006 war.
or to reach Syria and kill innocent civilians. Israel has repeatedly attacked Lebanon's sovereignty and violated international laws. In international media outlets, Israel is always the victim who seems to be urged to respond to violence.
Israeli cannons firing, but this time not south towards Gaza, but north towards Lebanon. Some 60 artillery shells were fired as a response to a rocket fired from
However,
Lebanon.
we know that Israel's actions are not response to violence. These actions are the epitome of state violence that Israel executes, which affects millions of people daily. Yet, this situation is not new or accidental. Israel has been invading Lebanon several times a day for the past 15 years, either by land, air, or sea. A prominent example of Israel's attacks to Lebanon's sovereignty that is still persistent to this day is the invasion through airspace. This invasion particularly affects residents of South Lebanon who have long endured Israeli violence. It became somehow normalized to a point where it is now a reality that many people became accepting of without the need for explanations or reasons behind it. Masha Diab, a 19-year-old student living in the south, has never adapted to these sounds like the rest of her family does.
Yeah, it's basically the sounds were continuing to be like for literally an hour straight. So I was like, no, this is taking too long. Is something's gonna happen, or like this is like not the normal sound. It would go around for like 10 minutes and go away. It's just like a plane passing by. It just kept going on. For my older, like you can say grandma or like her neighbors, they'd be like, yeah, ma, we're used to it. It's normal, because they've been used to it since they went, they entered Lebanon or everything. They're just like they took it as a habit. Yeah, it's fine.
Why is this important, and why are we discussing this now? It's because many people are not aware of this continuous situation that keeps taking place every single day. For decades, the roar of Israeli jets has dominated Lebanon's sky, becoming an everlasting soundtrack to the country's daily life.
Israeli jets regularly violate Lebanese airspace and have often struck inside Syria from Lebanese territory.
These intrusions, which include simulated raids and surveillance flights, evidently utilize the most modern aircraft in the world, which Lebanese defenses cannot match. The over-normalization of this phenomenon is drastic. Many visitors of the south have been shocked to see the reality under which the residents live in. Nurhan Hassoun, a 19-year-old university student who often visits her grandparents' house in Jnoub, was surprised to see the chill reaction of her relatives to the aircraft sounds.
They weren't even bothered about it. It was just very normalized. Like, they're so used to it to the point where, okay, if we hear a bomb, we're likely going to Beirut. So yeah, this was literally their reaction. We're like, oh, it's fine. If they pass by, they pass by. If they bomb, we're going to Beirut.
So they were ready?
They were ready, yeah. Everything was packed already. Once we heard the planes, they packed their stuff. They waited for a while. Okay, when they passed, we stay. If they like we heard another bomb or another flight, like a plane come by, we're dropping, like we're going.
Israel is thus segregating these spaces and ruining the minimum tranquility that any resident should have, while the world is watching. The residents of these spaces, whether it be Palestine, Syria, or Lebanon, are hence bearing witnesses of this cruelty, unable to make an end to it. Israel is not only a threat to Lebanon, but also to the country it's colonizing, Palestine. What is heard and seen in Lebanon is nothing compared to what Palestinians had to endure ever since the Nakba. The aircrafts, the attacks, the illegal takeover of houses, lands, and lives. Here, the question rises itself. If any other country segregated and tortured different populations and jeopardized their safety, would the international community still be silent?
Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of the State of Israel.